I'll try to make this the last topic of the video, but don't try to go on too long. But yeah, sorry, excuse me. As I was talking about, yeah, it's like been too many even like I'm just like using them as examples too, even if they're not famous. That's where people most oppression could either commit suicide today, or whether they just like try to use many forms of escapism because of what they go through on a daily basis. And why I say like family, or whether it has to do with their family from an early from an early phase in their life, early stage, or whether it's like constant ridicule from their from humans 24/7, going through that, or yeah, just like that, or just like not really having anybody to talk to that they feel that they have had. And that's why probably some that's why like mostly I guess that's why most that's why most women is they're in constant, especially the ignorant ones. That's why the most most women are in constant, and the constant competition, or in face for like attention, because they didn't get it from the parents. They didn't get it from the parents when they were growing up, so they want that. That's why paying attention to a child, and being there for your child is very crucial. Because if you don't give it, that's why I said it. Because society. I didn't think I said it before, but yeah, that's why I continue to say that. Yeah, if you do not raise your child, then society will end up raising them for you. You can't say that you did everything you can. I like to. I guess it's like very, very, kind of hilarious in a way. But it's just a shame people, because they just parents say that. But I'll say, yeah, they like to say I've done it, or I've done everything I can. I've done everything I will. To raise, to make sure they were very proper and a very proper and engaging child. And clearly you didn't, because that child, or you know that older person is, yeah, it's just spiraling out of control, and they're using whatever they can use to escape that form of depression they're battling within themselves. And it's just, yeah, it really irritates me to the core. Then people where parents try to basically use that. It's a quick defense mechanism with like parents, when they try to say, like, when somebody says like you didn't really take, like, well, you're not, that child is not really or somebody, the way they are, where they are, why they checked out, or yeah, why they checked out early is because of what happened, what they went through like growing up. Yeah, it's what, yeah, myself included. Like, it's a shame that just what parents. That's what it's a shame that parents say that to try to deflect, as them being, try to make it seem like as they a good, a gracious parent, or just like a form of a beacon form of hope or nobleness. And it's not, you can't really blame that on them, because they basically went through the same thing too, because they weren't taught any greater, or they weren't taught any form of manner, or they weren't taught, you know basically or more about the body, and a lot of things, whether it has to be the body, or just for relationships, how to be the intended goal for like a woman or a man. We're just based strictly reality, what you might go, what you're most likely gonna go through, racism or favoritism. Yeah, yeah, that's cause that's why you can't really, I guess you can't blame them too for not for being the way they are, because they weren't taught either, they weren't taught either any better by their parents. So that's why they're ignorant too. So yeah, man, it's like that's why was basically talking about, yeah. So that's why it's like many people who've died. Like I say, like the cost. Yeah, basically the cost. That's why I call it going for fame is like a high risk of your life, because you have to deal with, and you can't, and don't really like try to push it aside and say it's not really that, mental health, and it's not really that big of a deal, when it all is a very big deal, and people is not aware of that too, because mental health is basically much, is why like most of us are make us the characters we are today, because yeah, what shaped us into the form of why we had the personalities how we have today, is because yeah, it's because what we went through growing up, what we continue to go through, whether it be like childhood, school, family, you know, friends, or you thought you had friends, bullying, just anything that has to do with affecting your mental health, and like you can't try to push that away and say it's not a very big deal when it is. That's why everybody is the way it is. It's how the world. It's how the world came to be. It's how some of the stories in the Bible it basically came to this moment. So you can't try to brush aside mental health and try to say that's not a very big deal when it is. It plays a part. That's another part that plays, just like I don't know, I said it earlier, like I said, like family, why family, and I don't know the other one, but yeah, well, I said family is one of the crucial parts of growing up. One of the crucial parts of just I get basically just being like of why you have the form, the base of having depression, why depression it is what it is, and why you have like depression. It's because all childhood, family, and family and gosh, I can't really like remember things like that. I'll probably have to write it down, but yeah, that's why whatever you going through is like it is like that's why depression is like a very could play a part. It's a very huge part, and why the world is becoming the way it is, or why most individuals do what they do is because what they constantly had to go through growing up, or they're just that and they're acting it out, or they just or why they die from like things like drugs and alcohol. It's because of what they had to constantly fight, like Michael Jackson, and now Michael K. Williams, and Logan Williams, Mac Miller, Juice World, Little Peep, Amy Winehouse, Kurt Cobain. It's like so many people that died from because of the cost of fame, and died from basically just trying to depression, mental health. That's why I say it's crucial. Yeah, like and I also don't want y'all to think about if I that I because you can talk to me too. It's my social thing is in the description, but yeah, whatever what you're going through, you can just basically talk about to me, and everything like that, because it's not, because I know like I said, mental health is a very big deal, And if you try to push that aside, then it's gonna hurt. It's gonna very, very damage you, and crucially hurt you in the long run. It's not something to take lightly. Yeah, that's basically the topic. I guess the end of the discussion. The end of the discussion of the video, and this is basically the first. This is the first episode of the topic. Basically the first topic of what garnered around my this channel, entertainment channel, and yeah, that's all I have. And I'll be basically looking out for more. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Stuff said, man.